Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is a very exciting day. Today is the Tourette Association America Teen Summit. This year it is virtual. Next year it will be in person at the National Tourette's Conference, also known as TitCon. So last year I presented at the Teen Summit, and this year I am presenting and representing the rising leaders because this year I'm an adult. So it's very exciting being on the other side of things. This year's main topic is bullying. I feel like people with Tourette's experience a very different type of bullying. Very spicy, fun, awesome type of bullying. Just kidding, no, it's awful. But we definitely experience a different type of bullying, whether that come from people not respecting our 504s like teachers or admin, or if it's kids making fun of us over something that we genuinely cannot control. Sorry. Goodness. My dog. So yeah, today's going to be very interesting. I'm very excited to see all the youth ambassadors and other youth that are participating, and I hope to see some familiar faces from either Washington, D.C. or National Tourette's Conference last year, but I'm very excited, so let's get on it. Okay, so we just finished up the presentation with Judy French from the National Bullying Prevention Center. I believe that's what it's called. If not, I will have it written right here. It was a really great presentation on how to navigate bullying with Tourette's. Even without Tourette's, it was such a good presentation. We went over things like, have we ever been bullied, and what was our experience with that? And we talked about how telling an adult is not snitching, and it's actually a very brave thing to reach out for help. And also, we talked about how to approach reaching out for help in a safe and healthy way. So it was a really, really great presentation, and I'm excited for the next presentation.
All right, so this is an open, exciting discussion to get to know each other. Alex and I have put together an awesome map of all around the country who has registered for Teen Summit. So we've got lots of folks. We've got folks from California joining. I know Ryland's from Hawaii, so we got Hawaii here, Washington, Oregon, New York, Texas, lots of representation. So what I would like to do is have us go around and say our name, our age, what state we're from on the map, and optional, maybe a fun fact if you'd like to give us a little fun fact about yourself. So I will start, actually, if that's okay. I'll jump in and start.
I will not be sharing this because personal privacy, especially with minors, but I think it's really cool. I'm gonna go ahead and flip my camera around and show you what this looks like. So we have the map of everyone. I registered this morning, so don't have anything on mine. So yeah.
All right, and I'm going to pass it to, I'm looking for people with their cameras on because I think they might want to participate first. Eli.
Hi, my name is Eli. I am 18 years old and I am from Oklahoma. I am not on the map because I registered this morning. My bad, guys. But a fun fact about me is I do robotics. I participate with the Tulsa Robotics Center here in Oklahoma, and it's really cool. I love it.
Awesome, thanks, Eli.
For the other segment of this break, we did a woo clap, I think that's what it's called, and we got to write what Tourette's meant to us, or how we would describe our tics, and we had some really awesome and cool things that everyone was able to relate to with Tourette's. So this was a super cool interactive experience for us. So we are jumping into our second presentation for the Teen Summit, which is very exciting. Once again, the topic for this year is bullying. So our topic once again is bullying, but a little bit different. So I'm just gonna go ahead and read from pretty much the introduction that we have for the Teen Summit because I think it was really, really cool and I thought it was good. So this segment is called Standing Strong, Bullying, Advocacy, and Self-Esteem for Teens with Tourette's, which is very awesome. It is an empowering conversation led by Dr. Jennifer and Dr. Mark during the TAA Teen Summit. This presentation was created specifically for teens between the ages of 13 to 17. This is a 1-hour interactive session. No PowerPoints, just talk. Just real talk about bullying and how to navigate it. So just conversation within the community, which is really awesome. We will explore real life experiences with bullying, how to advocate for yourself, how to stay true to who you are. Together we'll talk about why bullying happens and how to respond in healthy ways, how to speak up and educate others about Tourette's, who you can turn to for support at school and beyond, how your self-esteem and identity can stay strong through challenges. And then we'll also get the chance and the opportunity to share and talk about our own personal experiences and how we've navigated that, which is really cool. And so this so far has been a really great presentation. So I'm very excited. This is going to be awesome. Okay, so we are about to hop into our next segment break, and me and Maya are doing breakout rooms, and we're gonna ask some really awesome questions with with the youth, and so it's really exciting. So I'm very excited for that. Really nervous. Hi. I'm gonna share my screen. Oop.
Okay, can you hear me okay?
We can. And
Hi, good to see y'all again. I feel like I haven't seen y'all in forever.
Oh, how you doing, Haley?
Hi, Kenny. How are you?
Good. I was pumped I got to be here early and listen to everybody. It's so great to see so many familiar faces amongst participants and from the TAA.
I will go ahead and share my screen since I already have it pulled up.
Thank you. It was a lot. I was panicking.
No, don't you worry. I'm here for you. And so is Ash. This is Ash, everybody. One of my cats.
Oh, sweet baby.
My cat. I know I mentioned I have like 4 of them, but the others live at the farm. All right, Eli, I will let you take it away, honey.
So, hi, my name is Eli, and I am a rising leader, former youth ambassador. So today we're just going to be getting to know each other. So one of the first questions is, how would you describe yourself using only colors and or textures?
Myself, I think I will go ahead and start. If I were to describe myself using only colors and or textures, I feel like I would use the color green to describe myself. I'm very much a grounded person when it comes to my beliefs and my morals. So I feel like green would kind of encompass that. As far as textures, though, I don't think I've ever thought about that one. So I think maybe something really, really, really soft and fluffy. I would think maybe that's how I would like to describe myself. I don't know if that's accurate, but that's how I would like to.
So kind of bouncing off of that, I feel like I would describe myself as green as well. My room is pretty much all green and white. It's very calm, and it's also very, I like to connect with nature. But then the texture, I would describe myself as almost like one of those really soft yet really rough rugs, almost. It's a mix of both. What is your favorite thing about where you live? I will say the favorite thing about where I live, we have Quick Trips, which is, I don't know what you guys have, Wawa's, Buc-ee's, I don't know, but we have Quick Trips, and I love a good Quick Trip hot dog sometimes.
Bouncing off of that, Eli, we've got Buc-ee's in Alabama, and in my city, I'm actually about 2 minutes virtually walking distance away from a Buc-ee's, so I go there all the time. They're 24 hours. I love a good Buc-ee's, which I don't know if anyone knows what a Buc-ee's is, but it's like heaven. No, it's a giant convenience store and gas station. There's food, there's like merchandise. It's a whole cult, if you will, and I'm part of it.
Okay, so the next question, this one, I obsessed. Is a hot dog a sandwich? I say yes. We think about Subway sandwiches. That's a sandwich. It's meat and bread. It's a sandwich.
It's a taco.
Is a taco a sandwich?
On three
No.
sides.
No,
Two.
because a taco uses a tortilla, whether it's a hard tortilla or a shell. So, which is still a tortilla. It is not a taco.
Listen, tortilla is a form of bread.
I disagree with you, but okay.
I would make the argument that if it's a sandwich, it has to be two pieces of like loaf bread, like flat bread, and what you're describing would be a sub sandwich or a taco.
But
I
it's
could be convinced otherwise.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah.
Lorenzo and I, we know what's up.
Yeah. In Italy, we don't have hot dogs, so like we have just sandwich, like normal sandwich, like you described.
That was a good session. It was a really good session. So we just had an amazing breakout session, and I'm very, very excited to jump into the third and I believe final presentation for the 2025 Teen Summit. So I am once again going to read off of what this segment is and who's presenting it and a little more information about it. So this presentation is called Into the Danger Zone, Understanding Bullying, tools and finding ways to cope, explore how bullying affects mental health, and what teens can do to protect themselves and support others. Using the DANGER acronym, the talk highlights the emotional impact of bullying, including depression, anxiety, negative self-image, grief and loss, emotional dysregulation, and risk behaviors. It then shifts to the COPE framework, offering practical strategies, connecting with support, owning your strengths, planning ahead, and practicing assertiveness and expressing emotions constructively. This talk is designed to empower teens with insight, tools, and hope for navigating difficult social situations. And this is presented by Dr. Kenneth Phelps. So this is very, very exciting. I'm really excited to jump into this. So after this presentation, we are going to jump into our third and final break. I was wrong. We do have one more presentation. But our third and final break is sharing, what's coming up in the TAA resources, and also some other opportunities such as Rising Leader and Youth Ambassador training. So some really awesome things that are going to be coming up within this next year or so, and things that you can get involved with the TAA. If you want to get involved with the Tourette's Association of America, which I highly suggest if you have Tourette's or know someone who does, I will put the link to the website below. It's a great an amazing place to connect and get resources and find other opportunities to learn how to advocate and educate for yourself and others. So with that said, that will be our final break, and then we will have our Strong with Every Word Rising Leader panel, which, funny story guys, I'm on, which is really exciting. So me and my fellow Rising Leaders that are here participating in Teen Summit today will get to participate in that panel. I absolutely love panel conversations. They're probably one of my favorite versions of presentations. It's really fun. It's a great way to interact with the community. So I'm very excited about that. So I'm gonna have a great time.
I think we can go ahead and get started on our Rising Leader panel discussion. So if anybody has any burning questions for our Rising Leaders or our Youth Ambassadors that spoke today as well, you can put them in the chat, you can unmute, you can raise your hand, whatever you're most comfortable doing. So we do have some questions. This is for any of our Rising Leaders who feel comfortable answering. What inspired you to become Rising Leaders or Ambassadors for the Tourette Association of America?
I can go ahead and kick us off with this answer. So I live by the philosophy of educate and advocate, and when I was first diagnosed, I was bullied quite a bit, and I then realized it was more so because people didn't understand why I was ticking. And so now I truly do live by educate and advocate, and the TAA has truly helped me learn how to do that in a healthy and productive way. So it's a really good Kickstarter on advocating in your community, whether that be in your school, or now as a rising leader, we get to go out and do that in places of work, which is a really awesome opportunity. I'm from Oklahoma, and I am the only rising leader, and there are former youth ambassadors and former rising leaders, but at this time, it's just me. So it's really great having that opportunity to do that here in Oklahoma.
Okay, so next question. What advice would you give someone who is interested in becoming a youth ambassador or rising leader?
Talk to your parents. Don't go behind their back. Talk to your parents first before you apply. I got a fun story. Not the smartest idea. I applied, got in, and then I told my parents, hey, we have to schedule a trip for Washington. They were not thrilled. So talk to your parents. It's a great opportunity, but permission first.
Great advice, Eli. There is parental consent needed, so very important to talk to your parents first. Our next question, what helps you when your tics are severe? So as y'all know, we have tick days that wax and wane. Sometimes they might be a little bit more severe. What helps you when your tics are more severe?
Getting rest. When I am not well rested, my tics get really, really bad. So whether that be stepping away from an activity, and sometimes you can do that, sometimes you can't, but when you're able to take those days off from like clubs or other extracurriculars, definitely take those opportunities, take the time that you need, get the rest that you can, and then also using tools such as weighted blankets or noise canceling headphones. So for me, that's been really, really helpful on those really difficult days.
All right, I think we have one more question. So how can schools better support students who have Tourette syndrome?
Understanding why we need the accommodations in our 504. Whenever I was attending public school, that was one of the biggest struggles, was they didn't understand why I needed these accommodations. Because there's some days where my tics are like not existent. And then there are other days where my tics are very loud and very chaotic. And they're like, well, you were fine one day and you're not fine today. So it really just depends. But I guess understanding, why we use certain tools and why we do what we do. And that is the end of the 2025 Teen Summit with the Tourette's Association of America. I would say it went pretty good. So, yeah. If you are interested in any of the Tourette's Association of America opportunities such as Rising Leader Training, Youth Ambassador Training, or even the National Tourette's Conference, which will be held in Nashville, Tennessee next summer, go ahead and feel free to leave a comment down below and I will get back to you. And I'll also put a bunch of links with the information that we went over today as well. But yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to the very end of this video, I know it was a very long video and not so eventful like my other videos, but like I said, this is a virtual event today. Next year it will be in person, which I'm very excited about. But like I said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.